Namaste. I, JVN Jyoti Kumawat, going to deliver a lecture on unit plan, and this topic is belong from the subject Pedagogy of Biological Science, and the disciplines are BSc B.Ed 6th semester and B.Ed 2nd semester. First, I explain what is unit plan actually. According to H.C. Morrison, a unit may be defined as a means of organizing materials for instructional purpose which utilize significant subject matter content, involve pupil learning activities through active participation intellectually and physically, and modifies the pupil behavior to the extent that he is able to cope with new problems and situations more competently. Now, question is, what is unit actually? A unit is a large subdivision of subject matter with a common fabric of knowledge. We also can define the unit as the unit is not just block of subject matter but is composed of both method and content. Thus a unit organize instructional and increase the probability that instruction will be presented in a cohesive, meaningful and logic way. A properly planned unit integrates many types of activities, some of which provide new information and other help our pupils to evaluate and retain this information. Unit of break up a course into meaningful segments that is larger than lesson plans. They are organized around specific topics, so they are neither a block of subject matter nor a series of independent lessons, but represented a careful organization of subject matter and also as well as learning experiences. So a unit can be treated as a compound of lesson and not a mixture of lesson. Now there are some definitions given by the writer authors. Some are they, according to Burton, the important things to provide a combination of subject matter and process which will have real meaning for the learner, which will aid him in continuously integrating his learning is through a unit. According to Pritson, a unit is a block of related subject matter as can be overviewed by the learner. And Stanford described it, a unit is an outline of carefully selected subject matter which has been isolated because of its relationship to people's needs and interests. Now we discuss about the some characteristics of a good unit. How can we manufacture a good unit plan? There are some points that describe one by one. It should keep in a view the needs, the capabilities and the interest of the people. A unit should take into account the previous experience and background of the pupil. It also should provide for new experience which the students have not done before. For the good unit, the length of the unit should maintain interest of the pupil till the last. This is the main factor actually, main characters. Interest should be developed in the unit. It will be designed as well. The material of the unit should consist of familiar and related topics and not as remote and strange one. It should be related to social and physical environment of the pupil. The unit should help to anticipate and satisfy some of the future need of the pupil. This also should be a part of the sequence that permits growth from year to year. It should be result of the cooperative planning of the teacher as far as possible. Unit should provide the basis for its evaluation also. In next point, the unit should be flexible enough to provide individual differences also. We can difference in our students. Okay, that's why it should be flexible. It should permit a variety of field trip, experiments, demonstration, and projects, etc. And also it should be practicable in given setting. So these are some characteristics of a good unit. According to these characteristics, we should design our unit plan. Now, next is steps of unit planning. There are some steps. There are basically 4 steps are there. First, content analysis. Content means what of the unit, which content we can conclude in the unit, that is content. Next, objectives and specification. Why of the unit, why we are planning the unit, some objective should be there. Learning activities, the how of the unit. Testing procedure, evidence of achievement. Listen now. First, content analysis. In unit planning, emphasis is placed on analyzing the content into terms: facts, concepts, situations, process, generalization, principles, laws, etc. The analysis helps the teacher to get a thorough and depth of the subject understanding, and this also increase the confidence of the teacher. So content should be very clear. That's why we conclude the first step, content analysis. In next step, objective and specification. For that, after analyzing the content, teacher should identify the general and specific objective of the content, and they should be provided to our students. In third step, learning activities. Learning is not a pouring in process but a gradual process that comes about as a result of experience. Activities like field trip, experiments, demonstration, and projects can be used in different settings. The experience can be backed up with reference book, forms, and slides. Keeping in mind of the individual differences, the psychology of learning, and the content and objectives, suitable learning activities can be planned to which the students will be exposed during the course of the unit. Now next step is testing procedure. The last step is the choice of suitable evaluation tools and techniques through which teacher can evaluate the content coverage and teaching method used. So this helps the teacher to evaluate herself, himself, and also the students. Next, at the least, what are the basic advantage of the unit planning? There are some points to describe that. First, it is established general as well as specific aims of teaching. Second advantage we can take as it breaks up the entire work into smaller sections, small enough so that the pupil can easily grasp the scope of these during a brief overview. Short tasks are easily completed than long ones. It helps to cater the need, nature, and aptitude of the students. It is economical in terms of time. And the unit plan, since several activities are involved, it helps to develop the skill in the students also. Yes, it develops self confidence among students because it provides opportunities for meaningful experience when where in they can organize and review their learning. It gives an overall view to handle each and every lesson as the unit structure. So these are some advantage of the unit planning. So it's complete our topic unit plan. I hope you understood all. Thank you.